What is going on, guys? Hasmi here, and tonight I will be talking about equipment, item stats, and Affinity in Stranger of Paradise. I've been getting lots of questions about how they work and what you should equip, and so here's a video explaining everything you need to know. Thank you for watching, and if this helps, subscribe to see more Final Fantasy Origin content. So, first of all, let us talk attributes in Stranger of Paradise. You can see all stats available on the right side of the battle settings menu, and let's explain them in order. Strength increases your physical attack power, agility increases your break damage dealt by critical hits, stamina increases your defense against physical attacks, intellect increases magical attack power, spirit increases defense against magical attacks, and luck increases your item drop rates. Now, this is all straightforward, right? Depending on what job you play, you know which stats will help you. Keep in mind that these numbers might seem super low, like +1 agility or +2 strength, but this is old school Final Fantasy, and it matters a lot. My tests showed actually around 1% damage increase for each additional point, but take that with a grain of salt. Now comes the important part you might have missed. So now you know you need strength if you're physical, and intellect if you're a mage, sure, but the bulk of your power comes from your combo abilities, so let's take a look. Each job will unlock active abilities you can link to your attacks, so you can perform combos. In the combo screen, you're able to inspect all abilities you want to customize, and apart from the attack type, you will also see their stat bonus and the linked attribute. This indicates what stat scales the damage of that particular combo. In my case, you can see I set up all to scale with agility, and so I also made agility the main stat I focus on when I optimize my gear. So now we have identified that my character is using combos with agility only, and I should focus on agility as my main stat. But there's another and better way to increase my agility and my Jack's power, and here comes Affinity. The general information spreading is that Affinity is awesome because you can level up multiple jobs you're not using by equipping items with their Affinity on. That is great, but a waste relatively speaking, since you can level up really fast and you lose out on lots of character power. Let us see how Affinity works then. By going on your character screen, you can inspect your job's Affinity thresholds. For the currently active job, you gain all the Affinity bonuses of the skill tree and 30% Affinity from your second equipped job, and vice versa. But even if you don't play as a job, you're able to accumulate their Affinity bonuses. Alright, for simplicity's sake, I love to call Affinity bonuses as Final Fantasy Origin's item sets. Think of them as an item set that you have great freedom with, and you just have to accumulate these percentages on items to get the rewards from different jobs. In my case, you see I don't wear a lot of ninja items even though I'm a ninja. I already have a good amount of ninja affinity. I unlocked the tiers I wanted for now, so instead I'm wearing assassin, monk, thief, and duelist items. This way I have unlocked 2 to 3 tiers of all these other jobs' affinity thresholds through the percentages, and look, all of these affinity trees are giving me 4 to 6 agility on top of their unique bonuses. For clarification, these tiers stack. They're not upgrades of each other, so if you see that the first one gives you +2 agility, and the third one gives you another +4 agility, that means you get +6 agility overall, not 4. This is an incredibly unique and smart system, as they don't have to create unique item sets that the player has to farm for, but instead use any item you prefer or have found, and build up your different affinities to help you obtain your desired bonuses from the job affinity trees. The next logical question after all this would be, but hey Hasmi, so should I be focusing on affinity on my items or stats? To this, my answer is sadly and unfortunately neither. Or at least not until you have beaten the game and you have reached chaos difficulty or some sort of stable state of your equipment. For some reason, the developers did not include item level matching in the crafting of Final Fantasy Origin, or at least it hasn't been discovered yet, and it is a massive blow to the game's itemization system. You will outrank your items incredibly fast, and you will be switching them out faster than it is worth to bother. The reason I say this is that according to my tests, it is far bigger a punishment to be behind item level, even by 4 or 5 levels, than to have an optimized set, as if you're undergeared, the amount of break damage you deal to enemies seems to exponentially decrease, and you will have a horrible time. So remember, if you're struggling to break enemies, just equip the highest level gear you have, even if they are not good, and hopefully all of this will get better on Chaos difficulty. Or maybe they will add further crafting quality of life options in the DLCs just like in the Neo games. But don't let this discourage you. A properly optimized item set and affinity trees increase your power massively. They are super useful and are very powerful. They are worth considering when you have the proper items and the time, and you know you can keep them for a while. Let's just hope that Team Ninja will give us options to level up items that we would like to keep in the future. But that is it for my quick equipment, attributes, and affinity guide, everyone. Hope it was helpful, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section, especially if you would like to see an advanced guide for stats and equipment in the future. Thank you for watching, as always, and see you next time.